Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. And so I've got a couple of stories that I want to go over with you guys. One broke about a week or so ago, but has only recently made the news, whilst the other has been circulating all month. But with a new appeal from police, I thought I'd share the story with you guys. For this first story, we head over to Kent, where we're getting reports that a 16-year-old girl who has physical disabilities is currently in hospital fighting for her life after she was stabbed either 50 or 60 times. In the early hours of the 22nd of July 2021, police were called to a secluded park known as the Orchards after a member of the public stumbled across this girl. When emergency services arrived at the scene, the girl was rushed to hospital where she currently remains in critical condition. In a recent statement, it's unclear whether the girl will even go on to survive. Police have since gone on to charge a 16-year-old boy with attempted murder, and he's recently appeared in court, hence why this story is doing the rounds. In court, it was heard that the attacker was known to the victim and was, quote, in some sort of relationship with her. The prosecution would go on to say that the 16-year-old boy had allegedly met the victim at her home before walking off together, but the girl, who struggles to walk long distances due to her physical disability, began to lag behind, so the boy allegedly picked her up and carried her to the park. It's then alleged that the boy repeatedly stabbed the girl, leaving her with deep wounds. The defendant, whose parents were in court for the hearing, did not enter a plea pending the results of a full psychiatric assessment, but after the short hearing he was remanded into custody ahead of a later court date on the 23rd of August 2021. And an extremely sad situation where a disabled girl has gone on to be stabbed multiple times and pretty much left to die. Believe it or not, according to police, she was actually stabbed the night before, so she'd been laying there with either 50 or 60 stab wounds for around 8 or 9 hours. So for her to have survived that long and be in hospital fighting for her life is just completely crazy to me. The girl right now is in a serious condition in hospital, but honestly I really do hope she can go on to make a recovery. But moving on to our next story, and for this one we've got to head over to Liverpool, where police have recently put out an appeal after a man was gunned down in broad daylight in front of children. Just before 5:55 PM on the 1st of July 2021, police were called to Newway in the Highton area of Liverpool following reports of a shooting. When they arrived, they found 26-year-old Patrick Boyle suffering from 2 gunshot wounds to the chest. He was rushed to hospital but would sadly die a short while later. No one has been charged as of yet, and in a recent appeal, police have released this image with the following information. The man in the CCTV is believed to be the gunman and was riding a black Surron electric bike at the time of the shooting. After the shooting takes place, he's believed to have made off along Lordston Road before crossing Princess Drive towards the general area of Walthall Heath. Detective Chief Inspector Simon Hurst said, "The inquiry is progressing well. We are continuing our detailed CCTV research, and there continues to be a number of other active lines of inquiry that we are pursuing. We have a dedicated team of experienced detectives working tirelessly to identify all persons who may have had involvement in the murder, the planning of the attack, and any persons who may have offered assistance or support to those involved." Recently, there's been 6 shootings in the Highton area thought to have been the result of 2 rival gangs warring it out with each other. Police are saying in this situation though, although it was a targeted attack, it wasn't a part of the ongoing feud. After the news had broke about Patrick going on to be murdered, tributes had flooded in from people from the local area. He's been described as a lovely lad who was taken too soon and is thought to have tried his hardest to help and support his family, which includes his 2 children, who he now sadly leaves behind. And I do want to send my condolences over to Patrick's family and friends. But give the video a like for more crime related content like this, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. It's been me, Ape Huncho, and I'll see you in the next one.